welcome to the Hayes Community Theater, commonly abbreviated HCT. We're here for the final night of recording for After Prom Online. And we've got a show for you lined up that consists of comedy, magic, and hypnosis. We want to thank your school's After Prom committee for bringing you this online experience. Before we get started, we do have to give you the safety briefing. As always, take the metal end of the buckle, insert into the other end until you hear a click. Pull nice and tight on the loose end. Right, it's not connected to anything. We're recording here in Kansas tonight, and we are following all of our state mandates. We do take safety seriously, even if we do make jokes about it. So there are fewer than 10 people in the entire production studio tonight, including cast and crew. I wanted to let you know that while we did recruit some volunteers, and we will be using some camera edits, everything you see is something I actually do in my live show. We did our best to bring you a very realistic look of exactly what it's like to sit in one of our live shows. Well, the cameras are rolling, I'm ready, our production director's ready. How about our volunteers? Let's talk a little bit about how I live in Kansas. Obviously, I told you earlier that we are shooting here in Kansas, so I'd like to give a little bit of a customer service vibe. I like to think that I have really good customer service skills, and some people would agree with me. Others, not so much. So I went to a city, like an actual city, and I don't mean to brag, but I do live in one of the largest cities in Kansas, which isn't saying much, because our population is 20,000. Unless school's in session, it's 40,000. Doesn't include the online college. But like I said, I went to an actual city. And when I went to this actual city, I encountered actual customer service. One of my favorite experiences was the night that I went out with some friends, and I went to a sandwich shop. Now, I don't want to name any names, mostly because my lawyer advised me not to. But when I went into the shop, there was a lady standing there behind the counter ready to take my order. Here's the thing. Her phone was clearly connected to earbuds, and she was watching something with her hip tilted to the side like this. I was like, okay, I'll wait. And so I approach, I'm like, hi. Hi, thinking maybe the volume was too loud. And as I get in there, I realize something. I'm not in Kansas City anymore. So what I do is I go up and I'm like, hi, yeah, can I get the number 16? And they say, sure. Why don't we? Felt like I was being interrogated, and I was like, heat? He said, okay. Anything else? I was like, can I get a large drink? What are you drinking? It's a self-serve fountain. I didn't think I had to tell you. But whatever. So I go over, I get my drink, and I was like, yeah, here's what I'm drinking. Again, I don't like to name brands. I know, from a red state, it makes sense. So I go over, I get my drink, get my sandwich, I'm ready to go. And a little bit later, I go out with a friend to dinner, because I eat a lot. I know, surprising. So when we go out to dinner, I get a business call. On my cell phone, it's from my business line here for Assassin. Somebody wanted to book me. So I answer the phone. Thank you for calling Assassin Entertainment. My name is Buzz. How can we get you on our list today? He looked at me like I was crazy. Probably because I am. But while we were listening, waiting for the call, he was like, okay. And I kept going through it. I was like, okay, what's your email? Perfect. Thank you so much. So this is your email, and I repeat it back. Awesome. I'm actually not in the office right now, but as soon as I get a chance here by the end of the day, I will have an email in your inbox for more information. So I go back to his apartment, as we're staying there with a friend, and I send an email, and I have a template all laid out. I just send it right off, enter some data into my customer relations management software, CRM, and by the end of it, he looks at me and goes, you know where I work, right? Yeah, I know what you do. You're the regional recruitment manager for a line of stores. And how do you feel about a job working in a corporate office? Doing what? It'd be customer service. Okay. I'd be okay with that, but I don't work weekends. I do this on the weekends. And he was like, well, you wouldn't have to. And he told me a number. And this number was so close to 6 figures. So close. It was like 15 digits off. He did the math. Literally, do the math. And I was like, yeah, but my 2 items, Penn and Teller, are worth 150 million each. And he was like, but you're not either one of them. Also, you're not as talented. And I said, shh, don't talk to me like that. That's rude. Just because it's accurate. And by the end of it, I had declined his job offer. And then he asked me if I'd move in with him. So that's the story of how I'm moving to an actual city. Around here, there's a local, essentially Craigslist, where you can do swapping and shopping. You can buy things. It's like a classifieds. Some people in our audience here tonight could probably name it, but they're not going to. So I went on there and I saw that one of my family members had actually posted. Now, it's not like a family member, like my sister or anything. It was one of my cousins, and I was like, So I was like, hey, I'll take those jeans from you. If you're only asking me $20. She was like, yeah. She said she wanted to meet at a national chain store where you can literally buy just about anything. Let's call it wall-to-wall store. Now, at this national chain of wall-to-wall stores, they have these electric gas pumps. That's important. Would have been nice for me to remember when I spent about 15 minutes going through Walmart or some other national chain store and trying to find out exactly where the electric pumps were. Yeah, electric pumps. I went to shoes. They weren't there. Why was that the first thing I thought of? Who knows? I went over where they keep all the fish stuff. They had electric pumps there too, but she wasn't there. Then I go over to automotive. I don't even know what an automotive electric pump would do, but I know they have them. You know how I know? Because I talked to Corey. Corey is a wonderful employee and definitely deserves a raise, because he sat there with me for at least 10 of those minutes going, what do you want the electric pump to do? I don't know, I'm meeting someone. I thought it was weird that they wanted to meet to exchange merchandise in the store anyway, but whatever. Obviously, I don't have the smartest family in the world. If I did, I wouldn't be doing this for a living. I'm kidding, I have a day job, we'll get into that in a minute. But I finally figured out that she meant the electric gas pumps. Think about that for 2 seconds. Electric gas pump. That's not a thing. You cannot have a vehicle that uses electricity as its primary form of stored energy and call that a gas pump. It's not a pump, it's a charger. If she would have said the electric charger, I would know what she was talking about. I recently did a Facebook Live. One of my favorite Facebook Lives that I've done to date. I got to do one of the most manly things I think I've ever done in my life. Now, I had been talking to one of my friends who used to take my man cards. Because I don't do a lot of manly things. I'm wearing makeup right now, in case you can't tell by the guideline. I also like to take care of my hair. You can probably tell, because my hair is, well, it is still perfect hair. Good. I have extra hairspray if I need it. I'm a theater kid. So, I'm talking to this guy, and I was like, did an oil change the other day, and he went, yeah, saw the video. People must be getting really desperate right now for online entertainment because they watched me find the oil plug on my car. I didn't let everybody know that I hadn't Googled it yet, or other search engine, if you don't prefer Google. I also didn't go to a massive online video search where people commonly explain how to do things. Didn't do that either. I remember from 2 years ago, back when I had a Prius. Which, for those of you wondering, does not require an electric gas pump. It requires a gas pump. Because it's not an electric vehicle. Which would require an electric pump. Which isn't a pump, it's a charging station. If you're watching, don't want to name drop. Wouldn't do that to you, Michelle. But anyway, I was going on, finally got the oil change done, and my roommate goes up and asked me a very embarrassing question on Facebook Live. I was like, hey, we're live, just so you know. Now, my day job is I work at a call center. Now, I'm not going to name the call center anyway, but I do want to let you know right up front, I don't speak for the brand and I don't speak for the company. This is my own personal experience there. So I work at home, I work remotely due to some unforeseen global pandemic that took place some odd years ago. Oh yeah, it's currently happening. That's why we're doing this. Anyway, I get this call from this lady, and I should probably tell you what I do. I'm a licensed insurance agent in 25 states. Do the math. That's half of the United States that gave this guy a license. That sounds dumb, right? I thought so too. So anyway, I get my license, working for the call center. As I go through, I get a call. This lady is yelling at me right and left. She is not getting her benefits, no matter how hard she tries, and I completely understand why she's upset. And I explained to her about 5 different times in about 18 different ways exactly why she wasn't getting them and how it was her fault. Tactfully. Because you know, if you walk up to somebody and go, it's your fault you're not getting insurance, they do get a little defensive. But if you're like, unfortunately, you didn't do this, and that led to this, and that was the cause of this, they're usually a lot more understanding. Not this person. Can't name drop them, but I can name drop someone in the corporate because they sent 2 emails to this person in corporate. And the last thing they said before they disconnected on me, hung up, was, I just want you to know I've already sent 2 emails and I'm getting ready to send my 3rd email to Karen in corporate. Of course her name's Karen! I have this theory that I think is pretty popular. I have never met anyone under the age of 40 that's named Karen, and I have never met anyone who's over the age of 49 named Karen. Karens have a 10-year lifespan. They're spawned at the age of 40, and if you found out that you only had 10 years and had all the information you do at 39, you'd probably be a little disgruntled too, and would want people to get on top of it, and that's why you have to speak to the manager because you don't have time to wait 2 weeks for a response. And that's why Karen won't calm down. While I am a licensed insurance agent in 25 states, again, I'm just as surprised as you are, I studied for 3 days and took a test. And passed the first time. Only about 40% of people pass the first time, and only 60% of people pass the test as a whole. Now, when you get your insurance license, what happens is you are suddenly, as soon as they mark you passed, you get information directly downloaded into your head, which makes you an insurance expert, even if you're not licensed for that particular kind of insurance. I do life, health, and accident. You are familiar with insurance, you know property and casualty are 2 different things. That would be like car insurance or house insurance or event insurance. Not that I know anything about that one. But I had 3 people contact me and go, hey, congratulations, I saw you got your insurance license. So listen, I'd like to save about $300 on my car insurance. And I finished that slogan for that company to those people. I said, well, it sounds to me like you should get a quote with, ha, name. Yeah, I'm not going to advertise for them. Or anyone else. Except for SAS Entertainment. 1 person. Don't worry, I'm sure the response at home is the exact same. 1 person was like, woo! It was me. Thanks, no, it's fine. I appreciate your support, each and every one of you. For the live studio audience, thank you. For those of you at home, I also thank you. Now, when you're going through and doing insurance and being an expert on all things insurance, like I do, I actually made the mistake one time. If you're not familiar, there's the difference between an FSA and an HSA. Now I know what you're thinking. You know how I know that? Because before I got my insurance license and had to study all this, I was thinking, I had one of my coworkers message me and go, hey, I just need you to clarify. An FSA is pre-funded and you can have the money available immediately, right? And an HSA is a dollar in, dollar out account. And I said, no. What I should have said was, yes, that's factually accurate. They also asked me the difference between an FSA, HSA, and HRA. As a licensed insurance agent within my field of expertise, I should have said, well, an FSA, an HSA, and an HRA are this, and that. What I said was it's that, and this, which if you don't know, does make a difference. So while I was giving this agent some information, they were Googling or other search engine, and turns out I was It's harder than I thought. I was not fully accurate, because I will never admit to being inaccurate, especially when it's being recorded. At the time, I don't know if you remember, I drove a Prius. Now, he would talk about how he wasn't terrified of Priuses because if somebody ever drove up to him in a Prius, he'd just go, whoo, and kick him out of the way. And I was like, I really hope I don't upset you. Because I'm one of those, whoo, kick him out of the way people. Because I drive a Prius. Now, I would like to say I have a fancy Prius. I hear some of you going, no such thing. Because my Prius, when you got into it, you press the power button as you could with all of them, without taking the key fob out. How cool is that? That was the highest tech car I've ever owned. And it had leather seats. Yeah, aftermarket. Because that doesn't come stock on any Prius. Not a one. If you've never sat in one, the best part is when you first get in for the very first time. You've ever driven a car before? You know how to start a car. You don't know how to start a Prius. You have to press the brake and the power button, and sometimes you have to put the key fob in, sometimes you don't. Doesn't make any sense. First of all, the Prius I had didn't work exactly how it was supposed to. I want you to imagine that you've had a phone for 4 years. I know, crazy, right? Like, we used to do that back in my day. Now I don't do it. I have the newest phone. Don't you worry. Who knows if our editors were really bad, you might have seen it in the passing shots. But I will say, imagine you have a 4-year-old phone and you push it through to the 5 years. If you know anything about phones, you know it's not going to work right. And let me tell you, my Prius was a 17-year-old phone. Because sometimes it would start up and be like, park, drive, reverse neutral, 4-wheel drive. That's not even an option. It could be. So my life as an entertainer, which has been really unique. I do comedy, magic, and hypnosis. I'm also a DJ. I do school events, I do wedding events, I do personal events. And I work for 2 different companies. Now, one of the companies hires me at a slightly different rate than the other company. You more or less get the same show. I'm still the guy there. I'm extremely organized when it comes to that work. I have everything planned out. I have exactly how the schedule's going to work. And I am on you like, well, you respect. Hurry up, let's go. I'm not going to use a cliche saying like, white on rice. Because I eat brown rice. Because I'm healthy. Okay, maybe I'm not. But anyway, I told my friend who came to visit me, they called me and said, I'm going to be there in about 2 months. And I said, cool, let's hammer it out date. And they said, I don't have a date. I said, cool, well, when you get one, let me know. They called me a week later and go, hey, I'm at the airport, what are you doing? And I was like, working in 20. They were like, ugh. Well, what are you doing this weekend? I have a project I have to do. They said, okay, what are you doing Sunday? I said, I have another project that I have to do by Monday. And I went, are you serious? I have 14 calendars to keep my life in order. And I still can't do it half the time. So I was talking to them, and they finally decided that they were going to come over to my house. They came over, they sat right next to my editing computer, and I was like, okay, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm doing, you're gonna do this guy, this guy, this other guy, that. And I said, bring over some food, because you know, free delivery is better when it's your friend. And so they came over and they were talking to me, and I was like, yeah, so like I said, I really am quite busy. I'm sorry, like I said, if you would have hammered down time, I could have planned something out. But you didn't, so I can't. They came over and we were talking, and they looked at me and went, how do you keep all of this in order? And what did you actually mean by you don't have time? And I said, go to this website, and it's the website where you can have a private consultation with me, either online or in person. And I went, okay. Dude, you're not available until like 2 Sundays from now. I was like, yeah, and then we get, what is it, 4 or 5 hours, and then 6 hours. And I went, when did I have cancer? And so we eventually decided that we had to go in, and he was like, okay, can I like look through your calendar? And I was like, yeah, sure, go right ahead. He realized that I actually do schedule time for friends, which I think is kind of weird for most of my friends, because in this part of the world, you know, middle of Kansas, we kind of think, we've got stuff we need to get done. It's got a due date. We'll get to it, and we will. But later. Or maybe tomorrow. Or who knows, maybe you'll call someone last minute. So, as you probably noticed from watching the opening credits versus now, we've had a change in set, because the first night we recorded on our run-through, we didn't have everything ready to go for tonight's shoot, so we just kind of made do with what we could, did a quick run-through of the whole performance. I ordered pizza for the cast. When I am not on stage and being paid by people who like to keep things PG-13, I don't always say the nicest things. The hardest part was, I was going through ordering pizza for the cast. Now, because there's 10 people, I figured 3 large pizzas. Turns out that's exactly what we had 1 piece left over at the end of the night. But went home, we didn't have it anymore. So I ordered the pizza. I went to order it. And as I was ordering, I was like, we need this, we need that, and we need this. Okay. Wait, what kind of crust? Thin. Okay, what about they're all thin crust. Okay, but you said chicken bacon ranch, pepperoni and cheese, right? Yes. Didn't realize it was that hard of an order, but apparently it was. Then the person calls me and goes, I'm here, is what they should have said. What they said instead was, where are you? I said, I'm here at the Hayes Community Theater. And my car always has Bluetooth running, which occasionally connects to my phone, unless I specifically turn it off. It connected over to my audio, and it's probably a good thing, because right at that moment I decided to go, how dumb are you? Our theater is located, literally, I'm going to point, even though you can't see it, right there. Our tags and taxis, if you drive a vehicle, which delivery drivers do, I know, surprising, right there. A little more there is where the actual office, parking lot's right there. And I was like, well, we're right across the street from the parking lot. And they were like, of what? The Hayes Community Theater. Okay, put him on mute, and I'm like, how hard is it? We have an address. It's clearly marked. I mean, it's not like I was like, all right, we're at Hernando's Hideaway. Now, what I need you to do is walk down a staircase, find a vending machine, tap 3 buttons in this specific order, deposit $1.50. Then when you hear a ringing, clap and dance 3 times. No. I said, here's the address. Type it into the map. Any map system. Anyway, while we're on the phone, I unmute and I'm like, yeah, okay, you know where that is. No, I actually don't know the town very well. First of all, our town is like a whopping 5 miles by 5 miles. It's not that hard. We've got 5 main roads that can find just about everything, and we're on one of them right now. I said, well, there's a big red door. Where? I used to work for the cab here in town, and I see a car coming with a top up, and I went, all right, you're gonna see an idiot standing out in the middle of the street, right? And oh, that's a cab. Here's what happened. Sorry for the weird end there. As I was saying, I'm having a hard time finding this. Right as the new driver walked in, didn't knock, just opened the door.
Much better than
Now, we found it. So, find the location. It's clearly marked and has a big sign. Anyway, I have to let you know, if we can get this camera to go ahead and come over here. You're going to see one of our camera operators. This is Jeremy. He's a brilliant camera operator. Now, he walks in and sees this. And the look on his face. Now, here's the thing. I can't use that footage. Because I don't have an NDA, I don't have a likeness agreement.
I know.
What I do have is the story. He walks in right over here and is like, hi. I was like, my game show might be a prank. And I was like, yeah, we're live streaming. Welcome to After Prom Online. Today's contestant is none other than. And I'm like, I'm kidding. We're not live streaming. Also, and I told him I don't have an NDA or a likeness agreement, so I can't actually use this. But he found it. The last guy. 15 minutes. Now, here's the thing. I say a lot of rude but funny things when I'm angry. He hung up and I was like, how hard is it to find a clearly marked address with a giant red door with the name? I said this to myself. But I want to remind you of one thing. I'm wearing a headset mic. That is so that you can have nice, clean audio. What you may not know is that over in this corner and that corner, we have two JBL Eon 615 speakers. If you're not a speaker person, they're loud. I have this on, so outside I'm like, how hard is it to do this? This is literally your job, is to drive and find places. Say something else that's kind of funny, but also rude. And I hear, I was like, wow, that is weird timing. Kind of like that. What had happened was, there's a switch on my mic pack that turns it off. Then usually as soon as cut is yelled, turn it off. But this particular time I did not. I don't know, because I do not have the ability to control what people do. That video may exist out there on YouTube, or Facebook, or Snapchat, or Sigil, or any other social media site. I don't know. Because I know that no less than 2 people were recording that. And one of them is in our audience, and the other is not in our audience. Or are they? Don't worry, I know how to find out who owns a YouTube account. Usually says so right there in the bio. Anyway, that is the story of how the cast now has pizza. All right, for my first illusion, I want to present to you the mystical rising table. Magic. All right, so for the first one, we do need a volunteer. You, go ahead and come on down. There you go.
Thank you.
And what's your name, please?
My name is Amber.
Hi, Amber. Do you like card tricks?
I sure do.
Fantastic. We're doing a rope trick. So, thanks for volunteering. First things first, I do want you to verify that that is a short rope. Well, relatively speaking, I suppose. That is a medium length rope. And I think we can all agree by comparison that this is a long rope. Now, I want you to just point to a few people here for me to throw rope at. Okay, we'll throw one right there, and we need one other person. Right there, perfect. And finally, I'll have you examine this yourself. Now, while you're examining that, I'm going to walk up here. All right, does that appear to be an ordinary piece of rope? Any trips, wires, magnets, anything like that?
It looks ordinary.
Looks ordinary. Good. Come up here. And what about you? Is that an ordinary piece of rope?
Looks good.
Looks good. All right, I'll have you guys switch up here. Just have you trade out there. I'll switch you. All right, you've had the most time to examine that. Is that one ordinary as well?
Yes, sir.
All right. What about you? Is that one also ordinary?
So,
All right. Seemingly so, yes, sir. Come down here. Does that also do both of the ropes that I hit in the preview ordinary?
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead and take that for me. I'll grab that. I'll grab that piece of rope from you. Thank you. All right, and you, sir. All right, thank you. All right. So I had a professor in college. I know what you're thinking. You went to college? I did. I went to school for psychology. Not psychoticry. I know. You'd think, after looking at this, crazy. I went to school, and my professor said that I was wrong a lot. And what I did was I said all three of these ropes are the same length. You would agree with that, right?
Nope.
I see a look of disbelief. Well, I think if we just look at it from right there, we can all agree that they're the same.
Yeah.
You guys don't seem very impressed. What I did was I went like that, and all three pieces of rope were the exact same length.
Now then.
So you have the medium length of rope here, and then I believe the short piece is right there. Yes, and then finally, where's the long one? There's the long piece of rope right there. Now, for anyone who was confused, I'll start over. All you have to do is take side A over side B, side C over side D, and then you have the short piece, as I mentioned previously. And then, of course, you have the long piece, and we can't forget about the medium length. And that is aptly called the professor's nightmare. All right, Amber, thank you so much for coming up. I do appreciate it. I'll go ahead and take that from you.
Thank you.
All right, for this next one, I need a volunteer to actually do a card trick with. Go ahead and come on down. All right, I'll go ahead and hand you that. And I'll have you stand right over here for me. All right. Now, this is a deck of cards. That's what I said last time, but it wasn't. So I'll prove to you that it actually is a deck of cards. I'll show you right there. And we'll also show the audience right there. A regular deck of cards. Not tricked or gimmicked in any way. So you can shuffle the cards and mix them up. You see how they're in a different order? Did you check the order before?
a little bit.
Oh, good. Then you do know. I was just making sure. Some people don't pay attention to that part. So again, we give them a mix up, and if you really want to mix up a deck of cards, all you have to do is tell them, I love you. And then use a different deck of cards. One final shuffle there. And then if you'll do me a favor and just touch any card you want right on the back, I'll stop right there for you, okay?
Down.
Down? Go ahead and look at that card. Show everyone there. Then you go ahead and take that card. I want you to place that anywhere in the deck. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards.
Nice.
Ooh, and shuffles behind the back. This right here is not your card. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Good. Now I'm going to take the deck of cards, and I just want you to watch as I put them in right there. Any trickery there? Doesn't appear to be. I'm a magician. I'm going to take the blank card and place it right there, just behind on the cellophane. Now, would you be impressed if that was not your card?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's pull it out, and blam! It's still blank, right?
Yeah.
But I want you to take a closer look. Was that your card?
What? Yeah. It's an odds.
The Ten of Hearts. So what I want to do is I want to pull up the deck real quick one more time. Look through here, and do we have the Ten of Hearts? We do. It's right there. Now, how good are you at catching people doing card tricks?
Apparently not very good.
Not very good. Good answer. So if we take the 10 of hearts right there, we place it on the deck, and get it lost right there. Do you know where the 10 of hearts is?
It's in the deck.
Perfect answer. How many cards down?
37.
37. If we cut to the 37th card, boom, right there. Absolutely well done. Good. Glad you were keeping track of that because I wasn't. Dylan, thank you so much for coming up and joining me. I do appreciate it. All right, so I asked everyone who came tonight to bring a deck of cards with them, and they all did. So hold up your decks of cards for me. Perfect. All right, let's just, you, if you'll go ahead and come on down, please. And your name, please.
Savvy?
Hi, Savvy. I'm Buzz. We've already met. Now, this is your deck of cards. You brought this yourself? Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and give the cards a quick shuffle. And Savvy, what I want you to do is just pick any card out of that entire deck for me.
Okay.
You've selected a card?
Yes.
Go ahead and show the camera right here, please. Savvy, what I want you to do now is place that card back anywhere on the deck.
Okay.
Have you done so?
Yes.
Perfect. Go ahead and collect the cards real quick. Give them a quick shuffle here. All right, Sammy, I want you to give me a number between 152.
I don't know.
Any number between 1 and 52.
10.
10. Do you want it to be card number 10? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, your card? Or do you want to be 1 through 10 and your card would truly be the 11?
Sure.
All right, so I want you to pay very close attention. I hope that you have been watching my hands to make sure that I haven't been repositioning your cards secretly. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I'm not mistaken, 5 and 4 is 9. That makes 10. Now, Savvy, I want to take this a step further. I want you to take that card and I want you to place it anywhere in the deck. Now, Savvy, I'm not even going to shuffle. I just want you to see how fast magician's hands work. Did you see me pull it out?
What?
I want you to watch very carefully this time. We take your card, place it in the deck, snap our fingers, it's back on top.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Again, pay very close attention. We take your card,
Yeah.
we place it inside of the deck, snap our fingers, and it's back on top. I'll take it one step further. I want to take your card, I'm going to place it right there. Did you see me switch them?
No.
Of course not. Now I want to let you in on a little secret. This is not a regular deck of cards. I don't know if you actually saw me from the beginning, but I switched the deck of cards to where all of them. That's called a deck switch, and that's how you do it quickly and efficiently. Now, I'm going to have you go ahead and take this deck with you. Hope you don't mind. I did make a few. I'll have you go ahead. Oh, okay, it's freshly sealed. So there's really no way that I could have already switched these, right?
Right. I'm watching you.
Magic. And it disappears. Go ahead and open this up here. Right here we have 2 advertisement cards. We don't need those. Do you like jokes?
I do?
Perfect. There's a joker. He'll tell you a joke. Didn't laugh. Do you want to see his cousin?
Yes.
Also a joker. Think he's any better at telling jokes?
Probably not.
Probably not. All right, so this is a regular deck of cards, and I will show this one to you. so that it is fully in frame here. Now I do want to give these a shuffle as well. And let me tell you, you can tell if somebody does a perfect shuffle by seeing that all the black cards and all the red cards are together on one side, and the reds would be on the other side. And I will continue shuffling. Do another couple shuffles here. Does anyone here know how many shuffles it takes to actually make sure a deck is fully random? Percy Diacosis figured out that it is 12 shuffles. I haven't been counting. I feel like it's probably at 5. Does that feel random enough for you, or do you want to continue? Because, I mean, one more. I don't know if I can shuffle again. There we go. Does that seem pretty random? Mm-hmm. All right, I want you to do me a favor and go ahead and pick a card, any card out of the deck. Just one. Thank you. Go ahead and look at the card. Show everyone else. Cool. It is the 6 of Hearts. Is that accurate? Yeah. Woo! Look at that. Magician. Never saw that coming. So your card, the 6 of Hearts, that was a free choice, right?
Right.
So if we take the 6 of Hearts and put it in the middle of the deck, snap our fingers, where is it?
Middle of the deck?
It's right back on top, just like I said. And as I stated before, this trick is really all about trying to find out where the card is. We know where the card is. We put the card here, place it in the middle of the deck. What do? The hint is right here. What do? Snap our fingers, absolutely. And where is it? Back on top of the deck, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Now, in case you're thinking, this guy, he did another deck switch. Well, as you can tell, I didn't. It is still the same deck, a regular deck of cards. And that's how a cheater does it. And the other way is how a lazy cheater does it. Thank you so much, Jenny. I appreciate it.
You're awesome.
All right, for the next one, I do need another volunteer who likes to see close-up card tricks. Dylan, thanks for joining us. I do appreciate it.
No problem.
Now, I've been showing you illusions from afar. Now you're going to watch up close. First of all, this is the same deck I was just using. I want you to go through and make sure, is that still the regular deck?
Yep.
Now, there is such a thing as a Svengali deck. A Svengali deck is cut specially so that when you flip it around, all the cards become the same card. You'll notice those cost money and I don't have it. I'm going to give the cards a quick shuffle here. Do they seem shuffled?
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to go through the deck. Just tap any card you want on the back and I'll stop right there for you. It's kind of funny, I had Dylan do this earlier. Two Dylans in the same room. There you go. Go ahead and take your card. I want you to show the camera. All right. I'll have you place the card anywhere on the deck, face down. And let me know when you're done.
Done.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and collect the cards, and if you don't mind, I'm going to give them one more quick shuffle.
All right.
You ever been to a casino?
No, unfortunately, I have not.
It's like there's not enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say it happens to most people under the age of 21.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm going to take your card, and you see it.
No.
Oh, that's because it actually went under the mat. Now, here's how I pick that card. Did I actually get your card?
Yeah.
I mean, I realize you don't do that, but if you could show them, that would be great.
Wow. That is fun.
I'll go ahead and take that back from you. I'll go ahead and take that back from you. Dylan, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, I believe we only have one more person that has a volunteer. You, sir. Go ahead and come on down. Sorry, we put the risers up a little high. There you go. All right, now, if you've been wondering what this is right back here, I'm about ready to tell you. I do need to ask first, are you squeamish of reptiles?
No.
All right, do you believe that every magician needs a dragon?
Yes.
Have you ever met a dragon?
No.
Person in the dragon costume isn't there. They're supposed to, it was really funny. They're going to be like, "Hi, I'm a dragon. Nice to meet you." But apparently they couldn't make it tonight. I feel like somebody, perhaps our production director, could have informed me of such things. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull out another deck of cards here. Is that a regular deck of cards? Seem to be?
Yes.
All right. What I'm going to ask you to do is just say stop whenever you like.
Stop.
Right there. Go ahead and take that card. Do not let me see it. Show them in the camera. Whenever you're ready, please place the card back in the deck. And just because I've practiced this for way too long, I call this move right here, this is the Lonely Saturday Night Shuffle. How did it get its name? Lots of lonely Saturday nights. Shuffling. Repeatedly.
Double check.
And look what, oh, that was the good times. I thought it was the Saturday. Silly Geeson. All right, well, we don't need those anymore. Did that hit anyone? It's always bad when it does. You said you've never met a dragon.
Not once.
All right, now he usually keeps his head on this end, so you're going to need to. Yeah, no, it's usually no. I think it's this end, and he likes to bite. So if you could just open that quickly and maybe move your hand back. It's a stuffed dragon. You don't have to be that scared.
Heck.
Go ahead and look in there for me. You're going to see Sparky. Sparky is a magic dragon, and he can fly. Where did he go? Be free.
So majestic.
Majestic. Inside the box, though, I'm going to do this for you. You're going to see something.
Do I take it out?
That would be great. I don't want to touch it just because, dragon may beat on it.
What?
Was that your card?
That's my card.
Fantastic. Jacob, thank you so much for coming up here. I really appreciate it. You go ahead and keep your card. Got one final illusion for you. And I need a guy who's willing to do absolutely anything. You, go ahead and come on down. Dylan, welcome back. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Buzz.
Go ahead and give you a microphone. There you go. Hello. All right, so this is a card trick. You like card tricks, right?
Yep.
Who doesn't? Now, this is going to be a pretty easy card trick for you. All you have to do is select a card. Go through and pick any card you like.
Okay.
All right, you have your card. Go ahead and show them and the camera. All right. Now, I don't think we really, you know which card is, right?
Right.
Oh, thank you so much. Cool. So go ahead and just sign the face of the card. For those of you wondering, this is the face of the card, not the 8 of diamonds. Like I said, this is the face of the card. 5 of clubs, 8 of hearts, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds. Was it the 7 of hearts? Oh, what? Oh, no, obviously not. You know what? We'll get to those later. Well, somebody. All right, you've got your card signed, right? Well, now we need to ask somebody very special to me to bring me some other items. Jen, our production director, will recap. It's the pen. It's also a lame joke. Yeah, go ahead and bring that on over, Jen. Thank you so much. Now, in case you're wondering by the wonderful array of objects I have here. We have the magic fire device that nobody knows how works. Well, somebody probably does. We have a knife. It says art because I do art. And we have tweezers because ouchie Bernie no likey. I know, right? Like, what does that even mean? So go ahead and do me a favor. Take your card. I'll actually take the microphone from you there. And I want you to go ahead and fold your card in half and then fold it in half again. So you should have a little quarter of a card there. Perfect, just like that. Now, have you ever seen a card vanish?
A couple times.
About to see one right now. We'll go ahead and start the magic fire device. You wearing hairspray?
No.
I am. Just go ahead and make that card vanish. See, this is an illusion. It's not really burning. It just looks like it's burning. See, only the high quality cards burn blue and green like that. This is, you like propane?
It's okay.
I mean, magic fire device. Now, can you see, that is your card, right? I mean, it's actually burning. That's one heck of an illusion, right? You know, last time I tried this, I had a lighter. Now I have a bigger lighter. Like, if you look right there, you can kind of see it. The quick torch. See, in culinary school, they call that en flambe. I assume, I don't know. It's pretty when it burns. I'll take the magic device now and hand it off to my assistant here. Thank you so much. And never play with fire, kids. It smells real. Question for you. Do you like applesauce or pudding?
Pudding kind of guy myself.
Pudding kind of guy. Jen, do we have pudding? Ooh, look at that. Man, you like pudding? Okay, perfect. You know what? Cool.
I'm not.
There you go. Run out of milk.
That's yours.
Thought it was good. All right, and yeah.
Am I supposed to eat that?
Yeah. I said anything. All right, I would say that card is. We're going to make sure we get all of it in there. I'm a culinary artist. You ever heard of an artist doing this?
No.
Oh. Had a little bit of seasoning there. Now, I'm going to hand this to you, and your first instinct is going to be to throw that in the trash. However, you're going to notice that that is a very magical pudding arrangement, because the faster you eat it, the louder they cheer.
Alright.
You can do it, you can do it.
Say 3 seconds. I'm gonna get it in 3 seconds.
3 seconds, here we go.
You wanna count me down?
Ready, he's on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Not have the lung capacity for that. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way because we've got to get that card back. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, I don't. But I can assume what you're thinking is, what did I sign up for? I got my medical license on YouTube. They don't issue one, do they? We're going to have to get that card back from you. If you'll do me a favor and sit right here. You'll go around front. Sorry for someone who works on the stage a lot. And also, I don't want to get your shirt all ready. Could you go ahead and remove that for us?
I suppose.
Go ahead and take that from me. Pass that off to our wonderful assistant over there. Go ahead and put your head down. Perfect. And your feet end up on this end. So we're going to get real personal here real quick. I'm going to just put this right here, and then I'm just going to tuck like that. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? All right. Now I do have some disinfectant here. If you'll move your hands out of the way. Stop flexing. It's not that bad. I should probably disinfect my hands. I'm getting ready to do some. Can't have watches in surgery. What am I thinking? Oh. How quickly do you digest things?
I'd assume pretty fast.
Pretty fast.
I eat a lot and I stay pretty skinny.
I clearly do not have that problem. All right, you mind if I just set this right here for you real quick?
That's fine.
All right, now, have you ever had surgery done like this before?
No.
You're in for a treat. All right, here we go. Oh. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, you probably didn't need that. Oh!
I don't like those.
Well, I'll hand that to you. We'll just clean it off there a little bit. It's kind of bloody. If you'll open that up and show.
This is not going to be my car.
Is that your signed card? Go ahead and show them right there. Get a little disinfectant here. Flexing. That's not how you get corona. Now you are a bloody mate, sir. All right, well, Dylan, I think you're all cleaned up there. We'll go ahead and move that out of the way. Want to shake my hand? Yeah, why not, right? It's already bloody. All right, we'll have you sit up there, sir. All right, get a little blood on you right there. Woo! Just like nothing ever happened. Well, it was like nothing ever happened. You probably want a shirt back, huh?
Oh,
well, here it comes. Give Dylan a big round of applause. Dylan, you are a volunteer, and we definitely appreciate that. Just remember, and let this be a lesson to you, anytime a magician comes up to you and says, I need somebody who's willing to do absolutely anything, you never know exactly what it's going to be. Well, it's time for our hypnosis show, so we got to go get set up for that. In the meantime, let's strike this set. All right, we just finished up the magic portion of our show, and I can actually show you me getting everyone hypnotized because, well, that's a liability. If you were to file a claim to hypnosis after watching my video, I could be held legally responsible. So what I've done is I've already gone through and I've hypnotized the entire audience. Now it's time to bring them down. All right, guys, come on down. We've miscalculated. We'll do this again. Hello.
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 Hi. How are you? What's up? How you doing?
Howdy.
Welcome back. Sleep. How you doing? Just hold that forward. How you doing? Don't sleep. I know, right? Like it hurts your head a little bit. Sleep all the way down. You saw that, right? Whew. Can you imagine that happened to you? It might. What's that right there? Sleep. Is this your best friend? Good. Sleep all the way down. You know what I like best about people with hats? Look right here. Sleep all the way down. Now, I have to explain what's going to happen next. I have to fracture these people. What does that mean? It means that we have to bring them up and down and up and down, in and out of consciousness. Why? So that the hypnosis trigger sticks. Are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Wide awake. Wide awake. Now, if you've been paying close attention, you can see the moment that you say sleep, the person just kind of passes out. I know, right? Could you imagine if that happened to you? Whew, that'd be rough. Could you imagine it?
I cannot.
I bet he can't sleep. Is this your friend?
Yep, that's it, so.
Sleep. She's so nicely resting me. Sleep all the way down. What's that? Sleep. Right there, just like that. Perfect. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Wide awake. Keep it all the way down. It's fine. What's this right here? Sleep all the way down. Sleep all the way down. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Oh no, I forgot about sleep all the way down. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Perfect. 3, 2, 1, wide awake, wide awake. Sleep. You will forget that your hat fell off your head. You're doing wide awake. Nobody knows what happened. All right. What are we going to do first? Well, do me a favor.
No.
Sleep all the way down. When you wake up, you will no longer be able to remember your name. Your name is completely gone from your memory. No matter how hard you try, your name is completely gone. Relaxing, sleep, sleep, sleep. Wonder what's going to happen next.
Boy, I don't know.
I know you don't. Sleep all the way down. When you wake up, the number 7 is completely gone from your memory. The number 7 is completely gone. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. All right. We need to do a quick test here just to make sure that everybody's on board. What's your name?
Dylan.
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 I think we need
Someone messing with me. What's your name?
Jacob.
Jacob. If it was Dylan, I was going to be. And what's your name? Oof, asking the hard questions today. What's your name?
I know it.
Starts with, sounds like.
Oh my god. I don't know.
Cool. I don't know. Nice to meet you. My name's Buzz. And what's your name?
Amber.
You forgot your name. Reach one wide awake. What's your name? Do you remember her name? Do you remember her name?
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Amber.
What's my name?
Buzz.
And you don't remember anybody's name. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. What's your name? What's my name? Name something. Isn't gonna go well. Do you have a job?
Jacob?
Jacob! Very nicely done. Sleep all the way down. You can just relax. Do you remember your name? That's right. There.
Amber.
Hi, Amber. Nice to meet you. Sleep.
Heck. I'm responsible for you.
What are you laughing at?
It's funny as
Uh-oh. Hypnotist in the room. What do you think would happen if I get over here and snap my fingers?
I don't know.
No? See anything happen there? No. It's a little hard, isn't it? It's like slowly coming. This is good. This is super mean. If you're a hypnotist, don't do this. Sleep. 3, 2, 1, wide awake.
Oh.
How'd that feel? Yeah, cruel, right? Cruel and unusual punishment. Sleep all the way down. I think I'm going to leave you two alone for just a moment. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. I changed my mind. Sleep. All right, now you had an issue where you couldn't remember your name. You had an issue where you couldn't remember your name, but you couldn't remember Jacob's. Happens to the best of us. Homer, didn't work on myself, but I tried. And number 7 still gone through my memory. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. All right, I do have to make sure that everybody's still mentally competent. Can you guys start counting for me when I point to you? Just keep counting the next number.
1, 2,
3, 4, 5,
6,
7, 8, 9.
Now continue counting backwards. So we'll start with 10.
9, 8.
I don't know.
He doesn't know. All right. Think really hard. Let's give you a math question. What's 10 minus 3?
I couldn't tell you.
Where'd you go to school? Don't answer that. They might be watching. Sleep all the way down. You remember the number 7. It's right back there. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. All right. Let's count real quick. 1,
2,
3, 4,
5.
6, 7.
Perfect. Give him a round of applause. He counted to 7. All right, now I do have to ask, is anyone here afraid of heights? One person afraid of heights and the rest of you are okay? Has anyone ever wanted to go skydiving? You're about to have a dream come true. Quite literally. You know, if you are a fan of TikTok, there is a person on there that does psychology tricks to mess with people. And one of them, what they say you could do, is to go up to somebody who's fully conscious and just go, wake up. As a hypnotist, I can't do that. Because people get real concerned real quick, because I do frequently say, wide awake and wake up. As it comes in, sleep all the way down. Only the person's shoulder I'm touching right now. Only the person's shoulder I'm touching right now. As soon as you wake up, you realize that you are on the wing of an airplane. It is high in the sky. You can look down. You'll be able to see everything in vivid color. You'll be able to feel the wind. You'll be able to smell the air. And you will recognize that you and I are both wearing parachutes. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. All right, if you'll go ahead and come here with me, we'll come right up here to the edge. Are you ready? Are you ready?
No. No.
Are you going to jump? You want to count down? 3,
Yeah.
2, all the way down. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. We have a paramedic. Oh, we're going to have a seat over there. Sleep. When you will wake up, you will not remember the last 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Now, is anyone here scared of heights? You are? Has anyone here ever wanted to go skydiving? Have you ever been skydiving? Have you ever been hypnotized before?
Maybe.
Oh, have we ever done the skydiving thing? No. Okay. Well, this will be fun. Deja vu. Didn't make any sense that it sleep all the way down. Only person whose hand who I'm touching right now. As soon as you wake up, you will realize you're on the ledge of an airplane. Deja vu. As soon as you wake up, you'll be able to see the vivid color. You'll be able to feel the wind. You'll be able to smell everything. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Are you ready to go?
No.
Can you stand up? All right, are you ready?
I changed my mind.
What if I just pushed you?
No.
No.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have
Ready?
to. Oh my god.
1, 2, 2.2, 2.3, go! 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Sleep. Hugs. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Welcome back. Go ahead, have a seat. Have you ever had deja vu?
Yes.
You're going to have something real trippy happen in about 3 seconds.
Okay.
You're going to remember everything that happened.
Oh my god.
Do you want that feeling of embarrassment to go away?
Yes.
Gone. As soon as I snap my fingers, you're going to hear the funniest joke you've ever heard before in your life. 3, 2, 1. That's a terrifying funny joke. But it's funny because it just got funnier. You ever been sitting next to someone on the train and you get a psychotic break?
All the time.
Well, you sure know what that feels like now, don't you? It's gonna get 3 times funnier right now. As soon as I touch your shoulder, you're going to hear the saddest story you've ever heard in your life. You are, however, going to remember as soon as I touch your other shoulder, that is also the funniest story you've ever heard in your life. Do you have something you want to share with everybody else? Sweet. Now, I do want to demonstrate one thing to you. You can actually see the rapid eye movement, REM, with people who are hypnotized. We're going to bring on the gurney real quick just to show you a prime example. Now, we don't want our volunteers to be too freaked out, but this gurney right here is an actual gurney that was used on an ambulance. Probably. Don't exactly come with certificates or anything. All right, I would say, go ahead, take you. If you'll do me a favor and have a seat right there, just in case. Not advertising for just in case. It's kind of like a ride. You have to go till you hear the click. This can be used for a multitude of things. Spills, drying off, a pillow. How you feeling?
Okay.
Pretty comfy, right? I mean, I don't think they're meant to be beds or anything. Why don't you look right here for me? Just at both of these. Keep your eye on them as they come closer. Good, all the way down. Ever so slightly turn the head that way. If you look really closely, as we go deeper and deeper, all the way down, you can start to see the eyes flutter and move ever so slightly. Yeah, we can lower it. And now if she needed CPR, she'd be in the position for it. No CPR required. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Hi, welcome back to the land of the living. How do you feel?
Weird.
Weird. All right, I'll go ahead and lower that bar for you here. And we can go ahead and put you down. And you're already hypnotized. Put your foot down and sleep. Thank you so much. I'm going to hand this off to our production assistant here. Of course, you would have to unlock the wheels. Somebody who does this for a living would probably know such things. And there's me. I'd say they'd get it out in post, but I know the editor. It's standard. Oh no, we had somebody who missed the whole thing. Sergeant Sleepyhead over here. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Welcome back.
Hi.
Every time, I know, right? All right. I think we've messed with you just about enough. Asleep all the way down. And sleep all the way down. And I'm just kidding. I'm going to do this. Yes, sir. It's so funny. You should be a hypnotist sometime. Actually, 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 3, 2, 1, sleep all the way down. Have either one of you two ever wanted to be a hypnotist? Or seen what I've been doing and be like, that's kind of cool?
It's kind of cool.
All right. Well, I'll have you go ahead and stand up here. Get him out of the way. Don't need him there. Ruin your day. Dylan, I'm going to give you the power to be a hypnotist. It's going to be fantastic. Don't abuse the power. The wink is never a good sign that they're not good. Like, here's the key to the city. Thanks. Bad idea, though. Bad idea. So all you need to do is snap your fingers and say sleep. If you pull on their shoulder, they're going to go down. I can't do that to you right now because you'll fall down. So you need to take a deep, relaxing breath in. Focus right here on my voice. You will no longer listen to any of the commands that I give you. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Perfect. You will now only listen to Dylan. When you see Dylan, you will understand that he is the only one in control of you unless you hear the word Farfignugan. If you hear Farfignugan, you will instantaneously go to sleep. You will understand that Dylan is the hypnotist. When you see Dylan, you will understand that he is the hypnotist, and you will immediately go to sleep when directed. You will only listen to Dylan, and you will not be able to see Buzz anymore. He is completely gone. He is erased from your memory. However, you will go to sleep if you feel a tap on your right shoulder and hear the word Farfignugan. 3, 2, 1, wide awake! Buzz is completely gone from your memory. You can no longer see him. You can no longer hear him. However, if anyone taps you on the shoulder and says Farfignugan, you will instantaneously go to sleep. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Dylan, they can't hear me right now, but you can.
Okay.
You want to really impress them? You can be a magician. All you have to do is hold out your hand and call a microphone to you.
Force trick. Mike.
Now, if you ask any of them if they have a cell phone or a personal item, ask them to hold it up. Don't look at me. They won't know what's going on.
Do any of you have a cell phone that I can see?
You can speak into the mic. That
Do
would be
any of you have a cell phone that I can see?
Yep.
All right, ask them to go a little bit nice and high.
So nice and high.
Higher,
Higher.
higher.
Higher. Keep going.
Dude, where'd my phone go?
Now, tell him that you're going to make it disappear.
I'm going to make your phone disappear now.
Yo, how'd you do that?
Are you ready? You can reach into your back pocket and pull out his phone.
Sorry, I think it got lost back here.
What? Thank you.
Now, please put any one of them to sleep.
Can I do the thing after?
Sure. Go right ahead. I'll stop you if he gets too crazy.
3, 2, 1, sleep. I think I
Perfect. She's out now.
Okay. I always thought the chicken thing was really funny.
By all means, do you know how to phrase it, or would you like me to take care of that for you?
I'll try. My consciousness. I have multiple personalities. So, I'm going to count to 3 backwards. 1, 2, 3. When I count to 3, the person that I am touching will be a chicken. 1, 2, 3. Wide awake.
her. She has no clue who's leading here.
Take a step forward for me. So this is one step forward. What's going on?
Alright. Kids. Oh.
Perfect. Reach one by the way. You have 2 more subjects if they're completely at your disposal.
Sure.
PG-13. We should put something on the screen if I haven't already.
You lost your mind. I don't know who you're talking to, but like.
It's not a
You
dean.
want me to put it on? Farfinger. Good job, guys. Farfinger. Ask what happened.
You know, I didn't command that.
I don't know what you. What the hell you doing?
Maybe we should ask
Why do
him.
you keep looking at her?
It's the ghost that I'm talking to.
Apparently.
You know what happened?
Tell her on the count of 3 she will be able to see Buzz standing right behind her.
Amber or...
Both of them.
Alright, both you guys, I'm gonna touch both my shoulders real quick. On the count of 3, and when I snap, you both will be able to see Buzz, who I've been talking to. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, ladies. Oh, jeez. Now we're going to show you exactly how that feels to watch as an audience member, because there are now 4 people up here that can see me just fine, but 1 that cannot. 3 to 1 wide awake. You can neither see nor hear me. 3 to 1 wide awake. I'm going to sit next to him. It'll be more fun that way. Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good, how are you?
Pretty good. Is there anything you want to do right now?
No, I'm just chilling. Why is there an empty seat between me and the other guy, though?
That's where I was sitting.
Oh, were you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
If you want me to, I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Alright. Do you want to be asleep or awake when it pulls up?
Sleep.
Asleep?
Yeah.
That's kind of lame, huh?
Well, okay, doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Last time I did this, I got punched in the face.
So, on the count of 3, you are going to see my second personality. I call him Buzz. But,
Do some
1,
spots.
2, 3. Wide awake.
Hi!
Where did you come from?
When a man and a woman love each other very well. How you doing?
I'm good, how are
You're
you?
punching me. Last time I did that, I went, I do want to show you something. Farfinger. It's okay. 3 to 1 wide awake. Would you please? Thank you. It's personal space, man.
Sorry.
Dylan, thank you so much. Dylan, our guest hypnotist. All right, now our volunteers have had quite a fun night so far, or at least I hope they have. Let's check in with them though. How you guys feeling?
Good? You good?
I actually come in and I tell schools this in advance. Everywhere I go, I have a family. Everywhere. I'm from a red state. This is my guy. This is a sleep guy. It's not working. There we go. Now it'd be very dangerous if I were to shoot myself with this gun, because then the person who has you all hypnotized would be asleep. And I'm the one who knows how to wake people up. That person was not hypnotized. Lucky for them. Could you do me a favor? Could you switch spots with Dylan? Dylan. I don't know how this works. You're welcome. Do me a favor. Put your arms up. Wave them in the air like you just don't. I'll leave you two alone for just. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. 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 Sir, are you familiar with how grenades work?
Yeah.
I have a sleep grenade right here.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
And that is how sleep guns work. You just bring them with you everywhere you go if you're a hypnotist, and suddenly everyone falls asleep. I'm killer at dates. That's how they all work. 3, 2, 1, wide. Oh, wait. 3, 2, 1, wide. Awake. I have to tell you a funny story. I actually was hypnotizing someone when I first started learning hypnosis. And one of the videos that somebody got is me sitting across from a female. And she was sitting there, and you just see me going, and she's asleep. And so you just see me going, and she is. And they're like, this guy's really fun on dates. Thanks. Don't want to name drop here, Brianna. I'd tell you her Snapchat, but that would just be sleep, sleep. Oh, I skipped somebody. It was you, sleep. Sleep all the way down 3, 2, 1, wide. Awake. 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Please give a big round of applause for our volunteers tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for After Prom Online. This wonderful experience has been brought to you by so many people. Of course, Assassin Entertainment, Hayes Community Theater, Ponies Productions, 2 brilliant marketing people, Andy Stanton and Don Gable, special thank you to you. And of course, none of it would be possible without our production crew and our volunteers!